All right, welcome back everybody. In the last video, we created this really cool custom modal modifier, and we added a modal with some custom transitions, and it looks really good. We have one more screen to make in this section of the course, and then we're going to wrap up with some routing and move on to the data section of the course, which is pretty exciting. This last screen is actually pretty simple, and we're going to build it really quick. This is probably the easiest video in the entire course, and I will challenge you guys to build most of it yourself. So if we go back to the home screen here on the final product, when we click on an avatar, it goes straight into the chat view. But if the user clicks on a category like aliens, then it's going to go to a screen that has all of the alien avatars in our app. So aliens is like a category, and then here we'll put a list of all of the avatars. Let's go ahead and right click our course section and create a new folder. I'm going to call this the category list, just because this is sort of like a category and then there's a list on the screen. Let's right click, create a new file from template, a SwiftUI view, and let's call it category list view. Let's click create. Let's get the canvas working here. And so when we navigate from the previous view to this view, we're going to click on a cell here, and this cell's already going to have a category and it's going to have an image name already. So we're going to pass in from the previous screen a category. Oh, this will be of type character option. Character option. So let's set it equal to alien for now, and we'll pass in an image name of type string, and we'll set it equal to constants.randomImage. And then when we get on this screen, we're going to load up an array of avatars at the bottom here. So we're also going to have an @state private var, all, let's call this avatars of type array of avatar model. Let's set it equal to avatar model.mocks. All right, I will challenge you guys to go and build this screen. This screen should be really easy to make because we are going to reuse the category cell view, and we'll also reuse the custom list cell view. So this will be the header cell, and then this will be each of the avatar cells. Go ahead and try to build this yourself. It's just a list with a cell at the top and then a for each at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and build it now if you guys don't want to do it yourself. Let's make a list, and at the top we'll put a category cell view. Option enter, triple click, control M. The title will be the category. We'll call this the category dot, let's see, raw value. The image name, we'll pass in the image name. And then we had font here. Let's customize the font as large title. And in the corner radius, I'll make 0 so that it is fully against the edge of the device. Let's go ahead and make this remove list row formatting. And then I actually don't want to use the grouped list here. So the grouped list is the UI that we've been using for this entire course. But let's also just call list style and set this one to the plain list style. It basically has no formatting, essentially. And I will ignore the safe area on this list so that it pops up to the top of the screen. Let's make this dot maybe capitalized, so alien. And I'm noticing while we do this that this should be aliens with an S, so plural, and not singular alien. So let's jump into that category, the character option here. And I guess we didn't do a plural version of these. So in our explore view, does it say alien? Yeah, man, woman, alien. All right, so let's jump quickly to our character option. Let's create a variable called plural of type string. Let's switch on self. And let's just create the plural version of each of these. So men, women, aliens, dogs, cats. All right, let's go back. Here we are going to have the category dot plural dot capitalized. And actually, we should probably make these all lowercase by default, so then we can capitalize them on command. Let's go to the explore view and also make these plural dot capitalized. In the category list view, we should now have our top cell, and then let's go ahead and loop on the for each on all of the avatars. Let's put in a custom list cell view, triple click Control M. This will be the avatar.profileImageName, avatar.name, and then avatar.description, character description. Looks like these, we must have made these hashable, so we'll do id /self. That should work. And then of course we're going to remove list row formatting, so we're back to the default. Just like that, we have a gorgeous category list screen. That was so easy to make. I love that this just all came together because we reused our cells. You can imagine that the team had come in and said, we need to build this screen. And then you told them, yeah, it'll only take me 5 minutes. Like, that is the best thing that you could ever possibly tell a product manager. So you build out these cells to be super reusable, and then you actually reuse them. You save yourself time, you save your team time, and you'll probably end up getting a promotion at some point this year just because of how fast you can actually build these screens and execute for the business. All right, and that is it for this video. Super simple. I'm actually even noticing here that, remember we put that linear gradient behind the word here? So it's really nice that we didn't even have to think about how to add that gradient. It's already baked into this category cell, and that's why we can see this so clearly. Just comes together so nicely. Great job, guys. All right, now that we have all of the views set up in our screen, it's time to add a little bit of routing so that we can actually click on these and go to the next screen. But we're gonna need some custom logic for that, so I'll save it for its own video. Let's wrap up this video with a Option Command C. Let's say feature, and let's call this the category list view. Stage it, commit it, and let's push it up to GitHub. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.